Hey guys, I'm back with another one of my collectibles. Today I have a statue from XM Studios. This is Magneto. It's a 1/4 scale comic version. And this statue came out in around the end of 2014, closer to beginning of 2015. And this is kind of the beginning of XM Studios, of what they were producing. So this statue is definitely, has some history to it. I had to pay some pretty hefty aftermarket prices to obtain this piece, but I feel it is a worthwhile statue to get and to add to anyone's collection. So let's go ahead and let's open up the box and take a look. Alright, so I just went ahead and cut the tape on the box. The first thing I'm going to remove is the layer. This is basically going to have your registration information to register the statue on XM's website. All of their pieces come with an art print. So, and like I said, this is an older piece, 2014. So you can see this really nice art print. It says XM Studios there. So that's really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'll end up framing that to put with the rest of my XM pieces, and there you go. You've got the XM bulletproof packaging. Essentially, it's this road case style. Alright guys, so I have him unboxed from the cardboard outer box, and now you have the inside, what I call bulletproof packaging. You can see these metal corners on here, how they saved, this one side. You can see how it's crushed in a little bit here. This really makes a big difference, and this is XM Studios design. They thought about this. This is when they first were, a newer company, and not a whole lot of people knew about them. They still they care about, us collectors, and you could see how they're just putting the thought into their packaging. No one else in the market is using packaging like this. Alright guys, I just pulled off the top part of the box, and here's that corner that we looked at earlier. Due to how thick the box is, I mean, this is probably like a quad ply cardboard here. You can see how that edge definitely got dropped somehow, but it didn't even transfer the energy into the center, the actual styrofoam itself. So that's just shows you right there how bulletproof their packaging actually is. And here we are, we're greeted with the actual XM Studios strap, where they basically have all of the styrofoam pieces are locked down with really nice styrofoam straps. That's another XM Studios trait that really takes it one step further than other companies. So let's go ahead and let's unstrap it and let's open this up. Alright, so I just took the top part off here, and one thing I noticed here is this is the coin. So, and I'm opening this up for the first time. I happened to buy one that was totally sealed. So this is something this is the coin, and I'll show you this in a minute. This is something that XM Studios is no longer doing. They're not actually putting the coins with their pieces anymore. I really wish they would continue doing that, but unfortunately they stopped. They stopped actually doing that. I mean, I personally would pay a little bit extra to have that extra collectible as part of the kit. But here we go. Here is the inner container, and as you can see, here's all the pieces. And so let me pause right now and turn this around, and we'll start taking out the pieces and assembling. Alright, I just want to show the side of the box here. So you can see how it has Magneto on the side, and kind of gives you a little bit of a description. Alright, on the other side of the box you can see the art direction, the producers, and that's how. Alright, so You can see everything is individually wrapped, just like any XM piece. So I think I'm going to have to basically unwrap each piece, and then we'll start assembling as we go. So I'm going to probably pan over to get my camera set up on my other table, and then we'll go ahead and we'll start putting this all together. Alright, so I lifted this massive piece up, put it on my turntable, and let's go ahead and let's remove the bags. And on the bottom base there's basically a serial number. That's where you would register it. So I've already made note of that. And here we go. Here is the Magneto. Alright, so I'm basically going to start from left to right in the box. Here is one of the Sentinels Fingers. Just really, really awesome. You can see the detail. And this is heavy. This right here, this piece right here is probably, I'd say this is probably about maybe 6 pounds just for this finger. You can see this real huge metal rod that basically supports it. Alright, so this first piece here, this finger here, is essentially going to go into this slot right there. So that's going to basically lock right into that slot there. Alright, so I'm going to take the next piece out of the box. It's going to be the shorter finger here. So we'll go ahead and we'll put that in. And like I said, they just basically fit in, and they pretty much lock right into place. Alright, so let's grab the next finger. Okay, and that one is going to go basically lock into, I believe, right there. Alright, and then we'll take the final finger, the smallest one. Awesome. Awesome. It's I love these statues are so cool. They grow as you're putting them together. And like I said, it's really hard to understand scale. And all the pictures and all the videos I've watched, it's hard to understand the size of this piece until you actually have it in your hand. All right, so I just unwrapped this next piece here. And like I said, these are all solid pieces. This is not hollow. You can see how they're using real wirings. So that's kind of cool that they did that. I mean, it's just really nice the way they do their stuff. So let's see here. So this piece is gonna essentially slide right into this little channel right here. So we'll go ahead and we'll put this in here. Okay. That basically just locks right into place. Alright, let's go ahead and let's take the next piece out. Basically it's these little gears. So these little gears here, let me pan down a little bit. These are basically going to go underneath his foot, and they are magnetized. So you just kind of got to feel around a little bit here, and then you can get them locked into place. So they'll basically go into place like that. So you'll have something like that essentially, where this will be laying flat and then these will be all in there, so it looks like he's stepping on those gears. Alright, the next piece I'm going to take out is going to be one of his hands. You get a couple different hand options. I'm going to go ahead and use this hand here. You can look at the paint. It's really beautifully painted. I mean, this is really nice. So basically you're going to take the helmet itself, and I don't know if I can show this or not because I want to make sure I do it the right way. You're basically going to attach the helmet, which is going to make up his thumb, and then you're going to have an assembly that kind of looks like this. And then you can just basically go ahead and, once again, you've got magnets, so it'll basically just stay there. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to show is one of the helmets it comes with. What a beautiful paint job on this, on his mask. beautiful, beautiful paint job. And like I said, this is, you know, this is the one of the first statues, or the second statues that XM Studios has made. And I mean, you can just see that, you know, this is an automotive finish. I mean, this is like a, you know, like a, you know, a finish you would put on a show car. It's really, really beautiful. And you'll later see, you know, with the Mark 7 that they did, the Iron Man Mark 7, this, you know, that they were able to, that whole body was painted, you know, just like this in that automotive finish. So it's just beautiful. So this piece here, what we can do with this is we can essentially just set his helmet right there, and you can see how this is all magnetized. So this whole bottom piece here is a magnet, so you can gently put it down, but it's very strong. It literally is super strong, and that can just sit there, and that's just an awesome effect to have his helmet just sit there like that. I'm not going to use that one, but you can actually you know, use that if you want. You also get another head sculpt with him essentially inside of his helmet. Another beautiful automotive finish, just beautiful, just wonderful. Okay, so you get that sculpt. I personally, the sculpt that I really like is this sculpt right here. It's a real beautiful representation of Magneto. You can see the magnet on the bottom. And so we'll go ahead and we'll just put him on. And there you go. Alright guys, here he is. XM Studios Magneto, all fully assembled, and really looks awesome. Has a lot of detail. Let me see if I can bring this a little bit closer, just so you can kind of see. There's definitely a lot of detail in the sculpt. You can see all kinds of little ridges, and you can see texture on the suit itself. This is a really nice piece. You can see the Sentinel hand. Let me come down on the camera here, so you can see all the detail in the actual. You know, he's basically sitting inside of a Sentinel hand, you know, essentially, which is really a cool idea. I mean, everything is painted. It's really phenomenal. And like I said, this was XM's first audition into the market. So, I mean, there's all kinds of different. Let me see if I can come up a little bit here. You can see there's all kinds of detail, you know, on the Sentinels Fingers. You know, everything is essentially painted. It's got really nice weathering. Yeah, I mean, this is really impressive. You know, and like I said, I mean, for it to be, you know, XM Studios' first piece of art to produce, essentially, you know, they really came out with a winner here. I mean, not first piece, but I believe it was the second piece. I think Captain America came out first. I'm pretty sure. Or I could be wrong. Maybe this one came out first. I'm not too sure exactly which one. I know this was like a 2014 announcement around June of 2014. I think it was released early 2015. And let's gonna go down to the base, the bottom of the base here. You know, what's cool is he's got, you know, it says Xavier's School for Gifted Children. So, and that's really cool that he's got the, you know, the actual emblem that normally you would see this on the front gates of Xavier's school. Alright guys, I just want to show one more thing here. I just wanted to show the size of this piece, because sometimes in the videos you can't really tell how big it is. So here is G1 Bumblebee for all of my Transformers fans out there. So you can see that G1 Bumblebee is very, very tiny compared to the size of this statue. So just to kind of give you a little bit of reference, and then here you can see it's just he's basically, you know, as large as just the tip of that finger over there. So just to give you an idea of size of reference, I know sometimes it's hard to get the size of reference. Here is a little Titan Return Gnaw. So, you know, if I put him here, you can kind of see, you know, how large of a statue this piece is. So there you go. There is little Gnaw with Magneto sitting over there. And yeah, there you go, guys. So I mean, that's XM Studios Magneto. It's a wonderful piece. You know, unfortunately, they only made 800 pieces worldwide. You know, it's just it's kind of hard to get at this point. You know, if you do decide to get this, you're probably going to pay a fair amount of money. That is, to non-collectors, it's probably going to be a ridiculous amount of money. To family members, they're not going to understand what you just did. But to us collectors who are collecting these wonderful pieces of art, I feel this is a wonderful piece to have in your collection. So if you can... if you have the means to get one of these pieces to add to your collection, I would highly recommend it. This is definitely an awesome piece here. So, alright guys, so yeah, just swing on back to see more of my collection. Take care.